Nnamdi Kanu might spend another 20 years in prison. Very dark man spills chilling information. Which information? Yeah, you just want to insert himself inside every topic. Social media was set ablaze. Which one be set ablaze for what? I beg. After controversial activist and online commentator Very Dark Man dropped a bombshell that has left Nigerians buzzing with mixed emotions. In a recent live video, the outspoken influencer claimed that the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, might remain in prison for the next 20 years. According to him, certain individuals, including himself, are aware of privileged information concerning Kanu's case, but have chosen to remain silent for reasons best known to them. And if for Kukuma just remain silent, why are you not saying something now? Who called you? You just want to put yourself inside every matter. You want to shift, you want to divert people's attention from the fact that you are scamming people of their money. That you want to sell phones for them. Mr. Container, Mr. Integrity. You want to put your mouth inside this one so that people will start hailing you and say, you're a good person. But we already know your tactics. I'm a ball. His statement, though brief, has sparked outrage, confusion, and debate across social media platforms. In his usual blunt tone, Very Dark Man, whose real name is Martins Vincent, also declared, Nnamdi Kanu will most likely spend another 20 years in prison. Some of us are privileged to some information. Mr. Information Minister. You just don't talk. You will be saying na true you sabi do well. Even though we know. The statement, made with such confidence and conviction, sent shockwaves through his audience, with many taking to the comment section to express disbelief and anger. Some accused him of being insensitive to the plight of Kanu and his followers, while others questioned the authenticity of his claim and what exactly he meant by being privileged to some information. Don't mind him now. Which privilege to some information? Who gave him information? Person to the brag, feel himself. Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention since his arrest in 2021 after being forcefully brought back to Nigeria from Kenya. Remains a highly controversial figure in the country's political landscape. He faces multiple charges, including treasonable felony, stemming from his activities as leader of IPOB, a group that has repeatedly called for the secession of the southeastern region of Nigeria to form the independent state of Biafra. Despite numerous court orders granting him bail or calling for his release, the federal government has consistently maintained that Kanu's release poses a threat to national security. His detention has been a major source of tension between the Nigerian government and the southeastern population, many of whom see Kanu as a freedom fighter being unfairly targeted for championing the cause of his people. Very Dark Man's comment has therefore reignited one of Nigeria's most heated debates, whether justice is truly being served in Kanu's case or whether he is being politically silenced. The influencer, who has built his brand around exposing corruption, hypocrisy, and injustice, everything that he himself embodies, corruption, hypocrisy, injustice, the Very Dark Man that is saying that he's exposing it, he is also the kind of person that does all of these three things. He did not provide any details to back up his claims, leaving the public to speculate on what kind of privileged information he could possibly have. He doesn't have any information. I beg you, was he hinting at a hidden political agenda, or was it another one of his shock value statements designed to stir public attention? His statement comes at a time when calls for Kanu's release has been intensifying once again. Just a few weeks ago, several southeastern governors, traditional rulers, and members of the National Assembly appealed to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to consider a political solution to Kanu's case. There have also been growing fears that the continuous detention of the IPOB leader could further fuel unrest and deepen the feeling of marginalization among the Igbo people. The suggestion that he might spend another 2 decades behind bars has therefore struck a nerve in the already volatile climate. In the comment section across X, Instagram, and TikTok, Nigerians have been divided over Very Dark Man's revelation. Some accused him of deliberately trying to provoke tension, while others claims he was only saying what many insiders already know but are afraid to admit publicly. One user wrote, "This man just likes to talk so much. His short is so much. What can you say 20 years? Are you in the judiciary?" Another user countered him and says, "He's saying the truth. They already know Kanu is not coming out soon. The system has already decided his fate." The question on many lips, however, is how and why a social media commentator like Very Dark Man would have access to privileged information about a sensitive national issue. Very Dark Man doesn't have any information. That's why you'll be saying he has evidence, he has evidence. All the cases that he has been talking about that he has, where are the evidences? It doesn't have, people should not be taking this boy seriously, I beg. The influencer are known for his connection within political and entertainment circles. Which connection? I beg. He has in the past stated that he has contacts in high places who feed him inside information about the country's power dynamics. However, his credibility has often been called into question, especially when his controversial statements are not backed by evidence. Still, his massive following and fearless personality often ensures that whatever he says becomes a trendy topic within hours. For many Nigerians, the comment was not just shocking, it was disheartening. Supporters of Nnamdi Kanu, many of whom have been organizing protests and campaigning for his release, saw very dark man's statements as a deliberate attempt to demoralize them. They want to break our spirits. One pro-Biafra activist wrote online, but no matter how long they keep him, the struggle for Biafra will not die. Another wrote, very dark man is only echoing what the government has already decided. They have no intention of freeing Nnamdi Kanu. Their fear is influence. Political observers, on the other hand, argue that the influencer's statement might not be entirely baseless. Some believe that the Nigerian government could indeed keep Kanu detained for as long as possible to weaken the Biafra movement, which has lost much of its momentum since Kanu's arrest. Others, however, believe that his continued detention without a clear resolution risks turning him into a martyr and could eventually backfire politically. It is well. Atogechukwu says, this very dark man, you are talking more than yourself now. You are so annoying. It has been long people hear about you. You don't know what to do now is to put mouth in Kanu's mouth. I don't mind him. What by the person that used his private jet to carry Nnamdi Kanu to place the arrested him will soon buy you. Very dark man, you are so annoying. Rubbish talk. Don't fool your mouth. Well, just leave the boy alone. Luke says, are you part of the people now being used so you cannot disclose any plot you know about and fight against it? You know our youth, if they discover that you are only using them to seek popularity on talking to Dangote drivers and clearing roadsides, instead of chasing herdsmen out of our forests and protesting against Nnamdi Kanu's continued detention after being discharged and acquitted by a Nigerian court of competent jurisdiction, they will abandon you, just like Obi will soon be abandoned. Who wants to abandon Obi? Some of Ratel followers, their eyes are opening small. He will be his own undoing. He's the one that will by himself destroy himself. This very dark man. He's remaining small. He's remaining small for him like this. Matote. What happiness says the entire generation will remain in prison for 20 years. If I said, okay, if your madness has reached the level of talking nonsense about Kanu, just know that you are gone. Part of them says, VDM must learn one day the hardest way. Mark my words. Okay now. My listeners, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.